So, Grandma thought she would read some books to you since I don't ever get to see you, and this one's called Solar System SOS. As head of the Council on Solar Afflictions, it's my job to keep watch and make solar predictions. Every sector seemed quiet as I peered out in space when a sudden cool wind drifted into the place. I opened the window to look out for the source when I noticed the sun was completely off course. Snow covered a tree and it covered a bush, and the cold, I must say, put a chill on my tush. So I called every planet to each member's home on my audio-video telephone. Hello, can you hear me? This is COSA, home base. I'm calling to see what's gone wrong out in space. This is Angus on Pluto. Can you hear me okay? You just wouldn't believe what has happened today. At the edge of the system, it's usually quite nippy, but today all the ice around here is quite drippy. We've got troubles all right, we're in need of repair, and the odds of me finding a swimsuit are rare. Are there matters on Mercury you'd like to share? Seems the sun's run amok. Have you seen it out there? It's already past us. Things aren't very nice. All our rivers have frozen. Our oceans are ice. The frost is collecting on both of my noses, and I've lost all the feeling in 12 of my toeses. So you see, Mr. Chairman, we haven't a clue as to what has gone wrong or just what we should do. I'm afraid things are not any better up here. It's beginning to cause quite a problem, I fear. As you probably know from your latest inspection, Venus always spins round in the other direction. All the views of the sunrise should be in the west. With the views all mixed up, we can't get any rest. With the evening like morning and morning like night, we're all spending our time in the wrong kind of light. Miss Zarlingo, what details have you to report? What's the latest on Mars? Would you keep the news short? We've noticed as well that the sun has been switched and has caused all our green Martian elbows to itch, which in turn causes all our antennae to twitch. So please, Mr. Chairman, resolve this post haste. There is not even one single moment to waste. We too have no doubt that the sun's gone off track. Every ring spinning round us is now out of whack. For years it has given us great satisfaction to present Saturn's rings as our greatest attraction. The tourist can gaze from our dozens of moons, but no tourist will come if we don't fix this soon. I don't mean to be rude, sir, but out here in space, we on Neptune have similar problems to face. We're all used to the sun as not more than a speck, but it's right here beside us and hot on our neck. With the sun now so close, we are far from prepared, and these shadows it causes have got us quite scared. All us Jupiterians need help as well. We have equally frightening stories to tell. As you know, we have here in the heart of our nation the Intergalactic Alert Weather Station. The equipment we have can predict very fast every storm on each planet and how long it will last. With the sun out of place, it's much harder to tell, and our local predictors can't predict very well. This has caused a predictor named Weatherman Bob to predict that he may soon be losing his job. It seems Uranians can't agree more. I can tell you firsthand we've got problems galore. We're quite comfy at 350 below, but at 90 degrees all our ears start to glow. Just then I caught sight of the sun solar meter and noticed the needle was starting to teeter. I can tell by this gauge that there's something amiss. The heat from the sun shouldn't dwindle like this. So I called Mr. Siegfried Bartholomew Denter from the Acme Galactic Security Center, and I hired him right there on the spot to expose who's been sneaking the sunlight from under our nose. After scribbling down an obscure computation, Mr. Denter determined the culprit's location. On a far distant planet our scopes barely reach is a village of similar size to Palm Beach. All the citizens say that they're incredibly cold, for their sun, so they tell me, is incredibly old. They came up with a simple but quite brilliant scheme to borrow our sun with their pull and push beam. They regret any troubles they've put you all through, but they've run out of options of things they can do. I instructed all scholars in terms quite precise to instantly fashion some kind of device that would transfer some heat at great distance and speed to our far distant friends in their hour of need. With everyone's help from each corner of space, an invention to share the sun's heat was in place. With the sun back at home and the problems corrected, the council made one more decree as expected. From one side of the system around to the other, we are all better off if we help one another. And this is a picture of all the planets. Okay, that was Solar System SOS. I have a couple of other books I wanted to read too.